I
Sure.
guess. And tell us about it, and where should we look for it, and
Yes. Well,
tell us
this
a
is
little bit
just a
about that.
preface. Prefaces is, I've written a couple books: Prostate Cancer Guide here, Johns Hopkins, another one here that's called Manhood RX. These are books that can be found on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I guess among my list of accomplishments on my resume maybe is I'm a bit of a book writer. But I've done a few books, and then my next book is coming out also, Manhood Confidential,
Mm-hmm.
on top of Manhood RX, which is just more of a book that just tells men about the basics of their anatomy and their functions, and even something that's valuable to non-urologists who want to pick up as care providers, and learn a little bit about things. But the Manhood Confidential was inspired by what I've been witnessing in the world today,
Mm-hmm.
which is that we need more positive influences about what maleness is all about, what manhood is all about, what it is to really take charge of your health and thrive, to understand what proper relationships are all about. But just understand really what your sexual function is, and that there needs to be some reality checks about a number of things, despite the influences out there that everybody at age 25 needs to be on Viagra, that everybody needs to have prowess that can carry them on for 6 hour, sexual episodes. I mean,
God
we
bless.
need somebody who's an authority like me, who's a professional, trained in the field, really can talk to this these issues, and even counsel our young men. Young men, I mean even teenagers, about really what should they be thinking about to really be true contributors to society and be men. So this book is going to be bringing in a little bit more of philosophy, a little more culture, a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more of bringing my thinking about that. And it's not meant to be judgmental. It's not meant to be self-righteous. It's not meant to kind of put a spin on the fact that everybody needs to get their act together. But it's really just one of these sort of things that to be a man means to accept just your emotions, accept that you don't have to somehow think that you've got to be the next Marlboro man out there, or some other super functioning superhero or something. But just let's just talk about what being men are all about, and that the men can take charge of their lives in
That,
certain ways.
that's so needed. It's very, very much needed. And what's funny is that I had a person come in, 62 yesterday, and said he wanted to be a referral to urology for a vasectomy because his 42-year-old wife wants to have another baby. And he's like, I don't know if I'm going to live to raise this child. And I take being a father very, very seriously. And I think, he's saying, if I bring a child, I need to raise them, to not die while they're 15, or and such. And so not that he's gonna die when he's 15, but you have to think about that. If someone my age, having a baby, am I going to see, and it's important. So the responsibility of being a father, the things that fathers tell you, that a lot of people, black men in our community, are not hearing from their fathers to tell them good things because their fathers didn't tell them things. And so there's a lot of culture. And so I think what you're writing about is going to be critically important about the responsibility. I mean, sex is one thing, but being a father and the responsibilities that go along with that are incredibly impactful. So we
Well,
look forward to
absolutely.
getting that.
I agree with you. So that book is coming out sometime this year. Of course, the amazing thing, and of course, I've been talking with agents and my co-writer and so forth, person, is just this that we're dealing with some crazy times right about now.
You think?
I hope that's an understatement, maybe, in terms of just trying to bring messaging. I think is so needed. We're persevering because we think it's the right thing to do, despite so many other directions and interferences and challenges of what everybody's focus may be these days. But we think that this book coming out here, as things settle down, hopefully there's some of this as the world disorder gets together, or resolves, we can kind of say, okay, well, let's get reoriented in terms of things that make sense here.